The Democrat Party broke the economy, they broke energy independence, they broke law and order, they broke the border, they broke the value of the dollar, they broke the Social Security system. People on Social Security now can buy less. When you really think about it, virtually everything that's gone south is a result of their policies. Their ideology does not work, it's impractical, it's impossible, and then they double down. They want more and more of it. Just think about their energy policy. They've told the oil companies, you're going to be out of business in about 5 years. They will not assist them so they can drill. They will not allow them to drill on public properties despite all their propaganda. And then they complain about the price of fuel. They're liars. Refineries, we haven't had a new refinery since 1971, mostly because of the EPA. They make it impossible for these companies to start new refineries. They're working at over 95%. And when you look at the stock market, there's two sectors that are actually above negative. That's public utilities and energy. And now he wants to trash energy. People should look at their IRAs and their 401ks. When the stock market plummets like it is, that means your savings have plummeted. If you like this, vote Democrat. But I want to put out a warning, guys, which is this. I keep hearing people on our network and elsewhere talk about this great tsunami, this great wave. We're going to win 56 seats in the Senate. I sure as hell hope so. But the way you win 56 seats in the Senate is not to say you're going to win 56 seats in the Senate. Here's from the Washington Examiner this morning. Democrats lead in early and mail-in voting as more than 22 million ballots already cast. Right. In early voting, registration date of 45% Democrat, 33.3% Republican. So what I'm saying is, and pollsters say, well, that's always the case. I don't care about always the case. We have got to turn out in numbers like we did in 2010 in the Tea Party. We've got to turn out in numbers that are crushing these opponents. You look already in Pennsylvania, they sent out 249,000 ballots without identification. We're not allowed to talk about these things, but I'm talking about them right now. This is a very corrupt party, that is the Democrat Party. They're in states, they're still litigating their way, they're trying to litigate their way. We just want a straight-up vote. And we have to turn out in huge numbers to do what everybody says we're going to do. And it's not up to the Republican Party, it's not up to precinct workers, it's not up to somebody else. I get people who call on my program and they'll say, what can we do? I said, we? What can you do? Make sure you vote. I tell our audience, vote early. Take advantage of the system they set up, even though we don't like it. And then make sure you use your email list, your text list, call people you know, colleagues and so forth, and make sure they vote. Don't leave it up to somebody else, or we're not going to win that crushing victory that we keep talking about. I don't care what the polls say. In politics and military, you fight like you're behind. You don't fight like you're ahead.
Great point.
You can celebrate afterwards about what geniuses we all are, about our predictions and so forth. But let's get this thing done, or we're going to lose our country. This is an election between those who love America and those who hate America, in my view. It's that simple.
Mark, President Biden is going to be in Florida and New Mexico. They're keeping him out of the battleground states. He will go to Philadelphia, but he's taking Barack Obama with him on Saturday. But they're bringing Obama out in Nevada and in Arizona. Will this help?
No, Obama is kryptonite. Obama's a loser. He did this for his 8 years as president, and they lost over 1,000 seats at the state and federal level. It's a matter of us turning out. They can do whatever they want. They can pull out the old Republicans want to cut Social Security and Medicare. No, Republicans don't. As a matter of fact, it's the Democrats cutting Social Security and Medicare with their inflation. Now it's big oil. We need a windfall profits tax. God, I've heard that for half a century. No, we need a Democrat tax, and the tax should be to throw these people out. They've done enormous damage to our classrooms, enormous damage to our law and order system. With the backing of the media. And I just want to say one thing here about San Francisco and Mr. Pelosi. To have Gavin Newsom go on TV and blame Fox and Jesse Waters is disgusting. Jesse Waters doesn't set policy in San Francisco. San Francisco is a sanctuary city. California is a sanctuary state. This is an illegal alien who overstayed his visa. Why didn't you have him deported, Mr. Newsom? He's a drug addict. Why didn't you take him off the street and get him the help he needed, Mr. Newsom? Apparently he has a long rap record. Why didn't you keep him in prison, Mr. Newsom? And I could go on and on and on. When you create these lawless environments, when you tell people, you can come here, you can stay if you're here illegally, when people come in the front door and out the back door with this ridiculous phony bail reform stuff, what do you expect's going to happen? It's happening in our country. It's happening in our cities all over the place. People are being abused. We see the video. They're being killed. They're being raped. People are being pushed onto subway tracks and all the rest. You think the wealthy and the popular and the well-known are going to be excluded? They're not. And so for the Democrat Party and the media to blame Republicans for the environment created in these cities by the Democrats, this is why we got to sweep these people out. They say the Republicans oppose democracy. They don't believe in separation of powers. They don't like the Constitution. How many people have you heard say, let's get rid of it? It's an old document written by former white slave owners. They don't like the courts. They threaten Supreme Court justices. They want to get rid of the filibuster rules so they can ram through their agenda.
Want to see more Mark Levin? Go to LevinTV.com and subscribe now.